All right, hey everybody, PJ Riley here. We are here to introduce to you the brand new PSE Mach 33 DS. This is the 2025 flagship carbon bow from the folks at PSE. And you know, hey, we just wanted to see how does it compare to the 2024 PSE Mach 30 DS, since that was our pick for Outdoor Life Bow of the Year. So we got them both here. First, quick rundown of the 33. Obviously, that refers to 33 inches axle to axle. It is still made of that PSE dead frequency carbon. It's a carbon, the proprietary carbon that they have that's really designed to kill noise and vibration. Vibration with a carbon bow, more like hand shock, the thump you feel. But you know, it's basically just the big brother to the Mach 30 DS. The only difference in specifications is the 30 had a 6-inch brace height. Mach 33 has a 6 5/8 brace height, so we're going to expect slower arrow speeds from this one. And then also the 30 went from 24.5 to 30-inch draw length on a rotating mod. This one's going to go from 25.5 to 31. So those of you who, you know, are 30 to 31 inches, couldn't shoot the Mach 30, we got the Mach 33. One of the first things I wanted to test out was on the spec sheet, both of these bows are listed at 3.6 pounds. Now this one's 3 inches bigger. How can it have the same spec as the Mach 30 DS? And I have my scale right here. We're gonna weigh them. The only difference is PSE, when they do their weights, they have nothing on the bow, including dampeners. Well, mine have the rests, but they have identical QAD Ultra Rest MX2s, peep sights, D-loops. So they have exactly the same stuff on it, and I'm leaving the dampeners on. So I'm not expecting 3.6 from either, but what more importantly is I wanna see how close these are in weight to each other. Here we go. With the Mach 33, we have 4.29. I think we're going with 4.29. It seems to be holding at. The 30, you know, one of the reasons you choose the shorter bow is because it weighs less. 4.18 versus 4.29. Now, I did the math on that, and 0.11 pound is just over, is like right around 1.5 ounces. 3 inches longer, 1.5 ounces extra weight. You're not going to notice that. So when you're sitting there, Western hunters, you know, you like that little bit longer axle to axle for stability, shooting long distance, but you pick the shorter bow because you don't want to pack the extra weight up and down the mountains. Now you can choose the longer bow without having to worry about it weighing a bunch more, because it doesn't. So let's do some shooting. You know, we talked about speed. Let's see what the speed difference is. I do have here my UV1Ks. We just weighed these. These are right at 470 grains. So we will see, and I got my Garmin Zero chronograph behind me. Both of these bows, well, actually, we'll get the draw weight. Mach 33. All right, 69.4. See that in there. 11.2 pounds of holding weight. $67.8. So we do have just a little over a pound difference there. Not quite 2 pounds, but we're going to be close. Speed test. 283.6. Just in case of discrepancy, we should shoot the same one. in case there's a little bit of a difference in weight. 283, so 283.6, 283, right there. Ooh, there's an X. Do I get an extra points for that? With no sight. Now we'll shoot the same arrow through our Mach 30. 283 as well. So same speed, but of course we do have that just under 2-pound draw weight difference. Ah, 290. That sounds more like what I was expecting. I might not have shot over it. Let's shoot another one. 290, there you go. So 283 compared to 290, again, 6-inch brace height, 6 5/8-inch brace height. But we'll shoot these at distance, but what I can tell you already is, you know, the Mach 30 DS, we all liked the way that drew for our Afterlife bow test. But sometimes you don't know about a draw cycle until you have another bow right next to it that tells you different things about the draw cycle. So on the 30, I always thought that one drew fine until I drew this one. This one draws a little bit smoother, which then when I went back to the 30, I feel like a hump just before the cam rolls over. I never noticed it before until I shot this one. This one draws way smoother. I can tell you this bow at 69 pounds, this one at 67.8, 68 pounds, this one feels like it's a lot less draw weight than this one. Like I would guess this one at like between 60 and 65 compared to this one, you know, if that one's gonna be at 68 pounds. So draw cycle definitely is smoother on that Mach 33 DS. All right. Here we go. 75 yards is what we were able to get out here. That should have been right. It's going to be a little bit low. All right, so 75 yards. We're shooting, that was our first shots with the Mach 33 DS. So 75 yards, not my best work, but not horrible either. We're all right around the dot. Seems like I was afraid of the actual dot. I'm all around there. But we have going to have a group of 5.5 inches, I'm going to say. That's probably the farthest, yeah. 5-inch group there, 5.5-inch group. That's with our Mach 33 DS. Now we'll go back and we'll shoot 5 arrows with the Mach 30 DS. All right, Mach 30 DS, 75 yards. All right, let's check them out. I don't feel as good about that one as I did the last group. So these are all high, so clearly my sight calibration is not quite accurate. But you can see here, this is going to be your throwaway arrow, but this group is going to be similar. It's 6 inches, 75 yards. But what I can tell you is it didn't feel as comfortable. My aim wasn't as precise with the 30 as it was with the 33. I didn't feel as comfortable. Now I've shot the 30 lights out when I'm shooting that bow. Of course, that's, you know, one of the caveats with archery. If I stick with that bow and I'm shooting only it, I'm going to get better with it. I've been shooting the 33 for about a little over a month now. And so I'm very comfortable with that one. But this is not, you know, notwithstanding that it's not in the middle there, I'm looking at my group. That's not horrible at 75 yards, 6-inch group. That's going to be pretty good. But like I said, the 30 doesn't hold quite as steady. I should mention that I have both bows set up to be ultralight. I think I only have 2 ounces on each of the stabilizers. I only have one front 10-inch bar, minimal weight on there. I want these things to be light. So that's not necessarily always conducive to distance shooting, but I can tell you that the 33 at that light setup just feels a little bit more comfortable. I'm able to settle in. That could be because of the weight, that could be because I'm used to it, but my impression is I feel more comfortable with the 33 than I do with the 30. Both great shooting bows, but if I'm picking one, you know, that speed, we do have about 7 feet per second speed difference. I'm not a speed freak, I prefer accuracy. Just by me shooting both bows, I feel more comfortable with that Mach 33. All right, a couple final thoughts here on PSE Mach 33 DS 2025 flagship carbon bow from the folks at PSE. We should mention that both, you know, just like last year with the Mach 30 DS, the 33 has what PSE calls their full draw stability. And it's a technical feature that they have built in. What it is the way the cams roll over and the limbs flex is that it extends the brace height. It's called dynamic brace height. So this bow right here has 6 5/8 inches, but at full draw, it acts like the draw length or the brace height is over 7 inches. So of course, 7.5 inch brace height, that's target bow territory there. Super stable. We know from our testing last year that the Mach 30 DS 6-inch brace height, it went to a 7-inch brace height. Whereas other bows, we've measured that dynamic brace height actually gets shorter. A 6-inch bow will go down to between 5 and 5.5 inches. And what that full draw stability does is it resists torque. And I am horrible with torque. So anything I can have to combat that just makes the bow feel more stable for me at full draw. In other words, when I'm at full draw, some bows really feel like I can move them left and right easily. I don't feel that way with these bows here. Also makes them feel like they are much bigger bows, you know, longer axle to axle, feels more stable at full draw, they hold better. I'm gonna say that for the 33 over the 30. And so again, that's some of that compounding factors of that full draw stability. But I'm gonna call the Mach 33 a winner over the Mach 30. I love the Mach 30, shot that thing great. Love this one, shooting it great, just feels a little more easy on the draw cycle, a little easier to aim at distance. Be sure to tune back in late winter, early spring. We'll have our 2025 Outdoor Life bow test to pick the new bow of the year, and we'll see how the Mach 33 DS stacks up against all the other competitors, Hoyt, Matthews, Prime, Darton, etc., etc. We know this was our bow of the year. How will this stack up against the 2025 class?